Hello, JLM from My True North, and it's that time on a Monday ready for us to be able to jump on, go live and share a few more details with regards to the things that we think are really quite important to both you and your business so far this year. Now, this morning, as it says in the script at the top, this morning I was on a onboarding call with a potential new client that had made an inquiry, that had filled in a form, one of our ADDAZERO business surveys. And this was the follow-up calls to be able to establish as to what have we learned from the survey and how best we might be able to help them to be able to grow them and their business. And I'd suggested to them that perhaps that they might want to be able to come and join us on one of our Discovery Day sessions. And they sounded very excited about it, but said, "Oh, what's that? You'll have to tell us a little bit more." So I went on to describe all about our Discovery Day and what it means for them and us and how we can work together. And then I figured, hang on a minute, that's the third time this year that someone said, "Oh, can you tell us more about your Discovery Days?" So I figured it's probably better to jump online and to record this video to be able to share with you as our network more about not just our Discovery Days, but why they are so important to both you and your business and how we conduct ours. So first of all, what's a Discovery Day? Well, for us, it gives us the opportunity to be able to showcase who we are and what we do to potential new clients. I don't know the last time that you went to a conference or exhibition, but all the way round you'll have found people exhibiting their wares, demonstrating who they are and what they're about, with the hope that it helps build that know, like, trust relationship that is so key and fundamental to being able to help people have the right buying decisions to subsequently make a decisions to purchase. I don't know if the last time that you went to go and buy a car, but ironically there's a good chance that you didn't simply turn up at the garage and say, "I'll have that one." You probably wanted to be able to unlock all the doors, open the bonnet, start the engine, give it a few revs, look at its service history and find out how many previous owners it had had, and then take it for a test drive. You put a set of plates on it. It might have been that if you weren't at if one of these less reputable car showrooms, or maybe an older second-hand car, that somebody sat with you in the passenger seat as you drove round the block and you covered about 0.6 of a mile because there's no fuel in the tank, and they said, "Well, what do you think?" And you think, "Well, I'm not really quite sure. I've not really driven it anything further than the end of the road and back." Or it might be that you've probably gone to one of the more reputable mainstream high street dealers, where these days they're offering, take the car away for a few hours, have it for 12 hours, bring it back and tell us what you think about it, as opposed to, "Are you going to buy one?" A proper immersion experience to be able to determine as to, is this car right for you and your purposes? Can I test it with my family? Can I drive around the block? Can I take it on a motorway? Can I park it on my drive? Will it fit in my garage? All of the things that are really important for you to be able to determine before you're going to spend a chunk of cash on something that's going to be with you for the next 2, 3, 4 years' time. And it's exactly the same in business. Depending on how much of an investment you're asking somebody to make in you and your services or products will be dependent on how much of an immersive experience that they need to be able to have to determine as to whether this is the right fit. Ironically, if you're going to go to the local supermarket and you pick up a pair of slippers, you're only going to spend 15, 20 quid. There's a good chance that it says, in my case, size 11, and you simply pick them off the hook and you stick them in your basket and you take them home and stick them on your feet. And if they don't work, then okay, next time I'm passing, within the next 14 days, I'll take my receipt back and I'll get them exchanged. Whereas if I'm going to go and buy a new suit and spend 600, 700, 800 quid on a new suit, then there's a good chance that I'm probably going to go for more than one sitting. I'm probably going to have a book an appointment with my tailor, who's going to take a series of measurements from all over my body in order to be able to ensure that the suit that is being made for me is right for fit for purpose. And it's exactly the same for you and your business. Depending on the level of investment that you're asking people to make, is depending on the amount of criteria that person would want to be able to tick you off against before they have the confidence that this is the right solution. So what we tend to do here at My True North, the UK's ethical coaching company, is we provide discovery days. The chance for business owners to be able to come along and to immerse themselves in the coaching that we provide, in the style that we provide, ironically, at the venue to which we regularly provide it. We invite people to come along before they make any consideration as to whether they're going to buy the product, to sample what it is that we provide. We will lay on the teas and coffees in a really nice venue, and we will invite business owners, usually of high 5 and low 6-figure businesses, to come along into our ADDAZERO Explorer Mastermind Discovery Day to actually see what it would be like if they were already a member of one of our mastermind groups. Over the course of the day, I'll provide a very brief presentation to demonstrate to people as to exactly who we are and what we're about. But then we'll spend a chunk of time with the customer looking at the problems that perhaps they're facing right now. We'll share it within the group, we'll have a discussion, we'll demonstrate exactly what would happen in a real mastermind, we'll mock it out to demonstrate to people, if you were already a member, this is what you'd be doing on a monthly, bi-monthly, annual basis, along with the other people that are already in the groups. We'll spare some time to be able to answer all of the person's questions, not just one or two, but if they've come with a whole pad full of questions that they want us to ask, we'll spend the time to be able to answer all of the questions that they have in order to be able to determine as to, one, whether this is a right fit for them, and two, whether we're a right fit for them also. We've got to be able to make sure that it's a win-win, that we work for them and they work for us, and it's a win-win scenario. And if it's the right fit, we'll invite them to submit an application to become part of one of the groups. And if it's not, then we'll either agree to disagree and we'll part as friends, or more than likely, we'll be able to turn around and say, well, this is perhaps not the right fit for you. Have you considered our Pathfinder program? Have you considered our one-to-one consultancy? Or perhaps we could recommend you to another one of the many coaches with whom we know and have a good reputation and relationship with, to pass you to somebody else that we think is probably a better fit than the one that we provide for your specific needs. A discovery day is as a means of us being able to discover more about you, and for you to discover more about exactly what it looks like to work with My True North, to be able to help significantly and sustainably grow both you and your business through our proven ADDAZERO methodology. It's a method of being able to have that room experience and then get in and take it for a drive before making a decision as to whether you're going to buy the Audi, the Mercedes or the BMW. It's about being able to test it, to give it a few kicks around the tyres, to be able to rev the engine, to be able to look under the hood, to be able to ask other people that already drive these as to exactly what it's like to be able to own one. It's about being able to get fully immersed in the product to actually see what and where and when and why and how it might work for you. So like I say, we tend to run 2 different styles of mastermind depending on the size of business owner and the type of problem that they therefore might present to us. Our Pathfinder mini mastermind series tends to be based on 4 and 5 figure business turnover. Micro businesses, solopreneurs, people that have already got to a stage where they're earning an income from the business, but now in the process of wanting to be able to take it from either themselves or 1 or 2 members of staff and starts to grow it towards a more established business, one with getting premises and being able to take on more members of staff and look at the residuals and the likes. And our Pathfinder program runs monthly for which we also have a mini Mastermind Discovery Day in order to be able to help people see and understand how that might work for them. And then our other side of the business, ADDAZERO Explorer Mastermind, tends to be for very high 6-figure businesses, around the 100,000 plus, in order to be able to, once we've got the staff in place, we've got the team in place, we've got everything that's on board and ready to scale, and we now want to be able to have some help and support and guidance and accountability as we hit the accelerator switch, pump up the turbo, and to be able to scale the business significantly more than a normal traditional growth style business. On average, our explorers grew by 26% net last year. Some of them reported a 50% net growth as a result of the ADDAZERO application and the methodology that we help share and guide people through over the course of the 12-month program. So like I say, our Discovery Days are all about being able to help people to understand a little bit more about what it might look like for them to work alongside My True North, or for us to work alongside them in the significant and sustainable growth of both them and their businesses. Why do we do it? Well, I think it's the right thing to do. It doesn't matter how glossy a brochure we have, it doesn't matter what sort of a website that we have, or the webinar, or the podcast, it doesn't matter all of the stuff that we say to people. I think it's massively important, if people are going to see us for the ethical coaching companies to which we have been anointed with the title, if we open our doors and show people exactly what it would look like for them to be part of the ADDAZERO program, for them to be able to sit in the seat, to be able to ask as many questions as they need to be able to make that decision about whether this is the right decision for them and their business. After all, it's not free. There is a cost involved with regards to being able to be a member of the My True North ADDAZERO business program. And as a result of that, we've got to be able to make sure that people are comfortable and happy and understand the benefits that we provide, and that this is an investment as opposed to a cost. And therefore, the best way to be able to do that for you and anybody else that you might know that you think might benefit from understanding more about our Discovery Day is to be able to open our doors and to show you warts and all exactly who we are and what we do, how we do it, why we do it, and why it's relevant to you and your business. So that's what My True North do in our Discovery Days. I guess the other question would be, so what's the equivalent in your business? What do you have as a immersive experience to be able to enable people to be able to overcome the fears or trepidations about whether you are the right solution for their current problem needs? How do you differentiate yourself from all the other people around the block with regards to offering the same thing at the same price, and you just get up with this price war? How do you differentiate by going completely the other way and saying, do you know what? I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to give you the value first. I'm going to offer you the chance to be able to come in and have a walk round, to be able to ask us and our current clients any questions that you wish, in order to be able to give you the confidence and competence that the decision that you're about to make is the right one for both you and your business. It might be that if you're a husband and wife team, that you'd both like to come along, and it might only be that one person's going to attend the subsequent masterminds, but you want two people there to be able to make the decision, and that's fine also. It's about being able to help you to be able to make the right decision. Now, don't get me wrong, the right decision might be that this is the right program, and do you know what? That's okay. This program isn't for everybody. We've tailored it to be able to ensure that it is detailed and specific, and we know who our ideal target client is. We know who it works best for, and for the people that we're currently working with, that's giving them between a 26 and 50% net profit growth per annum. But there are some people with whom this program won't be that successful, and we need to be able to help those to find that quickly and succinctly. And we do that by opening our doors and giving this demo. a live physical demo where you can come along and ask whatever questions and leave with whatever guidance and help support that we can give you on the day. But it enables you and I to be able to determine, is this the right decision for both me and my business? And not only is this the right decision, but is it the right decisions to work with this particular company in providing that solutions to us? We've got nothing to hide from you and everything for you to be able to gain. And that is why we choose to operate our Discovery Days every 8 weeks throughout the year, giving people the chance to be able to come along and sample before they make that purchasing decision. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some people that don't feel the need. There are some people that have had the conversation complimentary phone call with us, talking to them about the results of our ADDAZERO business challenge and where it's identified strengths and weaknesses within the business, and that's sufficient. Some people turn around and say, Jay, I get it. I now understand what I need to do, and I'm exceptionally grateful for the fact that you've highlighted what it is that we need to do. How best can we work together? And that's great. But for others, or others who perhaps either don't know us or don't know about our ADDAZERO methodology and how we're being able to set ourselves this mission to be able to help support 10,000 business owners to significantly and sustainably grow both them and the businesses with the ultimate aims to add a zero to their personal disposable income. Not the net profit of the business, not even the turnover of the business. We're not talking about vanity numbers. We're talking numbers that make a massive difference for both you and your family. Your personal disposable income. And obviously, in order to be able to do that with any real significance, we've got to be able to help scale the business sufficiently that it can afford to be able to pay you the salary to which you so deserve for the efforts and trial and tribulation, for the time that you put into the business, for it to start rewarding you to the level to which you deserve. And that is all about our key message and our key values here at My True North. So, like I say, we release every 8 weeks. The next one is next Thursday on the 12th of March, and we'll be running them every other month throughout this year. But I'm really keen to be able to, for you to understand as to, well, what is it that's the equivalent in your business? What do you do that segments yourself from everybody else in your industry that gives the potential client such an immersive experience for both you and your business that it answers all of the questions that they had and the uncertainties they had, that they can commit to whatever it is that you're wanting to be able to help them with the certainty that this is the right decision for both them and the business. What's your discovery day? What do you offer that segments yourself from everybody else in the industry, that gives them the chance to be able to understand why doing business with you is the right things to do? Hope that helps. Find a lot more on our website under the heading www.mytruenorth.biz Discovery Day. There's a landing page there as well with a video and a whole host more information. And if you'd like to come along, then I'm welcoming you to be able to join us on the 12th of March in Mastermind Hall in Cheshire. So more details on the web. Ask any questions that you'd like in this video, and either myself or one of the team will be gladly to be able to answer as many questions as you may have with regards to the Discovery Day and how this will impact you and your business. Like I say, we're on a mission to be able to help 10,000 people to both significantly and sustainably grow both them and the business. And I'd love you to be part of that challenge. So don't delay, book on, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. That's Jay Allen from My True North, the UK's leading ethical coaching company. Look forward to speaking to you again next Monday with something else to be able to help you supercharge you and your business. Take care, have a great week. I'll see you soon.